Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at another large block outpost, and this is another from the OPC line, and it's called the Izba Personal Outpost, which is this lovely thing that I'm currently standing on. So this is a survival ready outpost that can go pretty much anywhere, planets, moon, or even in space if that's what you want to do with it. We've got all the basic stuff for survival mode, we've got a fairly big interior featuring a living quarters, and then got an armory area, medical bay, and a small little control room that will eventually lead up to this docking pad. At the top here, we can fit a bunch of ships on here, or a singular fairly large ship. Right over here we got ourselves the Dex Fighter, that right next to it called the Cloud Runner, which I have done a showcase on quite some time ago, but they're just there as a reference how big that docking pad actually is. Yes, we got renewable power in the form of solar panels, we've got air vents to suck in oxygen from surrounding areas to fill up the tanks, and to make sure you got plenty of oxygen on the inside decks that is all fully airtight with double doors for airlocks and all of that. The only thing this station is missing is guns. That's easily rectifiable by you placing them on yourself. So pressing F10 to find this in the spawn menu, the OPC Izba personal station is 927 large blocks using a couple of the DLC packs. We see here that it does not use any mods, it uses no subgrids, no scripts, and of course it's survival ready like I said. But anyway, we've got a nice story about it, a bit of lore to bring the station more to life. Then all the way down to the bottom we've got our specifications of what it has, and of course its PCU and all of that. So we're going to give this thing a thumbs up. We'll move around towards the very front, or at least what I'm calling the very front. We'll have a look around the outside, then we're going to have a proper tour of the interior, have a good look at what's going on with it, then I think that'll be that, because there's not too much else to talk about with this thing. Anyway, down to here onto the ground, do excuse how the voxels have been set up, because I did make them protrude all the way out of this mountainside. This whole building did look like it should be hanging off a mountain edge, but due to the way the ladder has been set up, the way you get inside this thing, I needed to create a small little platform. Anyway, for the very front of this thing, what we can see is a bunch of window blocks appear inside our living quarters. We've got some seats lining the room, got a little kitchen bay to cook your food on and get yourself a drink, and of course we've got a ladder that go all the way up to other sections that we'll see when we go around on foot. Moving all the way down to here, there's our ladder to get up and inside, then right behind that is a large cargo container just sticking out the bottom, so we can come all the way up to it, down below it, be able to get stuff in and out with ease, without needing to get up and inside the station. Right between this and the ladder, we've got ourselves a survival kit, so we can respawn on this despite having a full-on medical bay block inside. So if you do want to use that one instead of this one, you do have an option. It's just very handy if you do take a bit of damage or need to recharge your jetpack fuel, not needing to once again go inside the station. Anyway, pulling away from this, and come around on the side, just turning on my light, come around onto this side, here we go. So this is all we can see. So we've got some lovely white steel blocks come all the way off from the ground, and allows the station to, well, sit up and above the ground. And then we've got some black, we've got some orange, and we've got some more white steel blocks going all the way around this thing. And there, right in the middle, is our air vent to suck in oxygen to fill up your tanks, make sure you've got plenty of oxygen on the inside. Just after there, we can see an antenna, and of course a bunch of glass blocks adding us a bit of decoration. Over here on our docking pad, we can see some orange railings to make sure you're not going to accidentally fall off, with plenty of gaps for your ships to come and slide in and out if they are, say, running low on power, or maybe don't have enough batteries to support themselves in whatever gravity field you're in. And we'll come back to that in just a moment. Round over to here where I'm standing, this is our solar panel array. We've got 4 of these, 2 on both sides, with a couple of armor panels on the end there for a bit of extra decoration. Down to here we can see a couple connectors for your ships to come and dock up to, and of course to load and unload any kind of goods that got on there, or of course you should use these as a standard docking pad in case the pad at the back there is currently occupied. There's some blinking lights in the lovely orange colouring, and of course over to here and just looking all the way down, there we are, that's the ring that I'm currently standing on. We do have these parts right here, so we've got some beam blocks just to break up all these steel blocks, which you could, if you want to, use as active cover to attack any kind of drones coming head on towards the station. So grabbing on my character once again, coming all the way over like so, you can now just hide in here, use this for a bit of cover, to just peek over the edge, and well, go and shoot them. That was waving, not a gun, so I'm not sure what kind of damage that'll do, apart from emotional damage. Anyway, back over to here, grabbing the free camera once again, all the way down like so, getting a bit closer look over to here. Just a couple interior lights in the white colouring, just to light up the darkness. Down to here we can see a blinking red light, and of course there is the back of our cargo container, which we saw at the very bottom of this thing. Coming around to the opposite sides, past our other solar panel array, instead of having an air vent, we said got some more steel blocks, so not too much to talk about over here. Moving all the way up and looking down, there we are, there's some window blocks, and how they're just protruding out over to our docking pad. There's some orange steps go down into the station. If we put the camera all the way over to this station first of all, so there we are, we can see some windows go down into our living quarters, and of course a good look at the ring and where I'm standing. Coming over to this part, this is our docking pad where we can fit a fairly large ship that connected right in the middle. or do what I did with this small example, and have 2 small ships just landed down onto the pad with their landing legs engaged. So if you combine this pad with the 2 docking pads on the front of the thing, the 2 connectors, you can have quite a lot of ships docked up to this, quite a lot of ships stored on this, so you can have fighters, you can have transport ships, you have mining ships, and whatever else you can think of for this station. Moving all the way down like so we can get a better look at the main body. There we are, there's our doorway to get inside. A proper little airlock system has been set up, so we walk into that section, hit that button, it'll then automatically cycle the airlock, the doors will open and close by themselves, so you cannot accidentally allow oxygen. It's all done on an automated system. And I think, as for that, that's pretty much it for the outside. First, what I can do is just come all the way down underneath this thing, just flip it into the ground. So there we are, there's our containers, there's our connectors, there's our ladder to go all the way up on the inside, and a couple of windows once again in our living quarters, so we can see what's going on the inside, and of course we can see what's going on by looking out from the inside. Anyway, grabbing on my character once again, and I'm going to come all the way down to the ground here, down we come, and of course we don't really have to worry too much, not too sure where my character's going. Let's try and bring him back over. So dropping down once again, there we go. We do have these lovely little legs, so if you are in a bit of a rush, if you are in a bit of an emergency, you don't have much jetpack power, you can walk all the way up to this, come into where I was standing at the very start of this video, and just walk all the way around, get up onto that docking pad like so, and get in this way. But no, I don't want to do this, I want to come all the way down to the ground once again, and come up to it properly. So around like so, past this little voxel that I created that comes all the way across this ladder. Here's our survival kit to recharge ourselves on. I can now crouch, come under here and access this cargo container. We'll just lay out for a second, drop off my gun, and do whatever. Over here we will need to jetpack all the way up. Here we come all the way up to this section, and here we are. So we see windows appear inside to see what's going on in here, and of course to make sure we can see who's coming in and out of the station when we're on the inside. There's another cargo access in case we want to pull stuff in and out from this section. And here's the double door for an airlock to now come through here, open up this, and now on the inside. So the first block we're greeted with is a fish block, which I do absolutely love. I do hope in the upcoming DLC pack that they do have more animated blocks like this. It does bring a lot more life to your overall station. Just having a very simple block like this, a very simple animation loop, much like the animated assemblers I did video on in the previous video, it does look very well. It does, well, like I said, bringing the block and your station to life. Anyway, turning around, this is what we're greeted with. So we've got planters, we've got freight crates, down here's our window blocks where we can see down and see who's coming up to our station and trying to get inside. Here's a lovely view at what's going on in the distance, and of course your impending doom. If you say you've got the module system encounter bot in here, and a bunch of warships are coming towards you. You can of course walk all the way up to this if you want to. I'm not too sure why you would do that. Anyway, a couple of seats for you to sit on, so you can sit on this, look all the way down, and do what I just said. And in the background, another planter. Here's your kitchen block for you to grab some food, and of course get yourself a drink. Round into this side, here's your window block here, where we just saw, so there's a little ladder shaft where we came in. Then into this part, here's your cargo container, so I suppose what you could do is have your friend on the opposite side, lock him out, then if you want to ration stuff over to him, so say they came up here and asked for your welder, you know, put the welder in the cargo container, now they can withdraw it from the opposite side. Anyway, it's around to there, there's the other side of your kitchen block where you can do some washing up, and as for this section, that's about it. So coming around here, and up these orange steps, round we go, up to this part, and you've got a bunch of cryopods lining the room, they've got a big old medical bay block there so we can change our outfit, and of course recharge yourself on. Then around to here we've got a locker, armory locker, and then a bunch more orange railings, make sure we don't accidentally fall off, and fall down into that section. Turning around, not too much else to talk about in this part, so it's time to come past this orange catwalk, into here, where we once again get another cargo container if you store a few bits and bobs inside. Turning around there's a programmable block with nothing going on with it, so if you want to, and what I'd recommend is say having the auto door and airlock script, or maybe even the enemy radar script, so you can see who's coming up against you, and well, who's in the general area. Now this and over to this part, another locker, down to there is an inset light block for the floor below, then around to here is a small little hidey hole that you can just cram yourself into if you wanted to, if you want to say hide from an enemy. Up to here, another cargo container, round to here, some more steps to lead up, over to here we then got our plant block, our fish block once again, a little seat for you to sit on and admire the fish block. Anyway, into this part, another planter, armory locker, round to this part, another armory locker, out to here looking up, bunch more window blocks so we see what's going on. And as for that, all we've got to do now is come up these steps, we're going to come across to our button, which is going to be to control the airlock right here, that'll take us over to our docking pad where the two ships are landed on. Yes, up here, there's our window blocks, so we see what's going on, hitting the button, and I need to wait for this to all cycle through, so the open door will now close. It'll then cycle the oxygen, and then this door will open automatically. We now walk through here, here's our air vent, there's our vent controller, here's our buttons, pressing that, closes up, airlock cycles. After a short delay, that should open up, there we go, and now we can go outside and up to our ships. and here we are on the docking pad. So just zooming away there, that's the size of it compared to my character. So just walking around, like I said, we can fit a fairly large ship on here, or a couple of small ones. Got a singular connector in the middle so we can dock up, and of course load and unload goods. Other than that, that's pretty much it, the outside of this station. So one final thing to do with this is of course to grab hold one of these ships. I believe I'll go for this one, the Cloud Runner, and I think I'll just slam straight into the station to blow it up. There's not too much else to talk about. The station is very self-explanatory with what it does. That was the wrong area, I need to go around towards the front here. Here we go, here's a little gap for the cockpit. And yes, as I was saying, it's a very self-explanatory station for what it does. It's a very useful station. If you want to use it in survival mode, it should last you a nice long time. But like I said, if you've got drones enabled in the world, or if you have walls and spiders in this world, you will want to have a few turrets scattered here and there, like a couple interior turrets, a couple Gatling gun turrets, maybe even some rocket launchers, depending on what you're doing and what mods you have enabled. So anyway, here we go. To finish off this video, just going to charge all the way towards it. And like I said, that will be that. So in about 3, 2, 1, straight into the docking pad right underneath there. We've now been ejected from the ship and put directly into the station where we could instantly grab a coffee and go and sit down on this seat. I was actually expecting a much more bigger explosion, just go all the way through to the opposite side and blow up that large cargo container below the station. But no, that did very well for a head-on collision. But anyway, like I said, that's it for this video. That's that for what this station has to offer. It looks bloody fantastic with how it's all been set up. It should do very well in survival mode. If you were to say attach a few guns here and there, there'll be a link in the description below. You should download and play around yourself. Highly recommend you do. And I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.